Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Mike here once again, and how are we? I hope you're good. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. It is Sunday, and I promise this is going to be a quick one because I am supposed to be getting ready for my sister's / father's birthday meal. We are going to a place in Penclouth called the Rake and Riddle tonight for some food for their birthdays, because their birthdays are only 2 days apart. But I did want to sit down and chat to you guys about some books that I'm currently reading. Just felt like a really good day to relax today. It's been a long week. It's been a busy week. It's been a very kind of physical week in work. My body and mind are both tired. So today's been a day of chilling and just watching some Doctor Who and just reading and editing some videos, and it's been really pleasant. You know, sometimes, some days you just need to have a day off. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I know you understand me. You are my peeps. So let's put the tea down. So guys, I don't normally do a currently reading video all by itself. I normally talk about what I'm currently reading in my Everything Bookish videos. I will link them above. And I thought that I'm reading 3 different books at the moment, and I thought I'd just share with you what they are and how I'm feeling at the moment. The first one I'm reading, and I am reading it. Oh, it's very bright today. This is How to Eat by Nigella Lawson. This is the little vintage edition. And I say I'm reading this because I am reading it, but I'm also listening to it on Audible. Nigella is reading it herself, and there is something really, really, I don't know, just so interesting about hearing the author read their own book. It's quite fascinating. And obviously this is a book about food. This is the book that launched Nigella's career back in 1998, I think it was. That would make sense. Because this is the 20-year anniversary edition. It's little tiny paperback, and it's fantastic as a book to read from. This sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but rather than a large cookbook full of pictures, this is just like a reading book full of words that happens to have recipes in it as well. I have listened further than I have read, which is an odd thing to do, I know. The bit that I'm on here with my little post-it, see my little post-its, I'm terrible for post-its in cookbooks. I like to highlight the recipes that I either wanted to make or have made or will make. I'm on the, so obviously I've posted the bit that says cakes, and I'm on the bit about pancakes and pastry. I just find her writing really, really personal and approachable, and she just, I love her. Her sentences are long with lots of punctuation and lots of words that she uses for different meanings and different ways to describe things, and she just is very descriptive, and I really like it, and I'm really enjoying my reading experience of it. It's quite pleasant to sit in bed reading about food. Sweet dreams. The other thing I'm reading in as a physical book is this marvellous little novel. This is The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, and this is a family mystery novel. Very hard to describe, but I shall try. It follows a character called Harriet who lives in Brighton, and she is quite young, late teens, early 20s, and her mother passed away fairly recently, and she has been having to provide for herself instead of carrying on her studies. So she is a tarot card reader, kind of fortune teller on Brighton Pier. And she's sort of scraping by. Her flat is in disrepair. She's borrowed money off a lot of different people, and they are now coming collecting, and she's actually a bit frightened for her well-being. Rather miraculously, then a letter arrived from a solicitor down in Penzance about her grandmother who has recently passed away, and Harriet has been named in the will, and Harriet's really confused because her grandmother passed away a long time ago, and it's sort of a story then about, she kind of decides, I'm desperate for money, like am I going to actually go and try and con this family out of money? You're reading it from Harriet's perspective, and she is a really really interesting person. I actually really like her. She has gone through a bit of a ringer, but she is very likeable. I love how she describes the tarot reading of the customers and being able to read people and sort of decide how to put emphasis on different words to make the customers know, kind of guess the meaning and things. So she's kind of conning people all the time, but what she does is she actually does believe in the cards, and she thinks they're beautiful, and she thinks that people can take meaning and herself can take meaning from the cards. So she uses them and she goes down to Penzance, and then the mystery sort of starts unraveling, and there's twists and turns, which I'm not going to spoil. But I am really enjoying it. I've read some Ruth Ware before and I've enjoyed them too. But I'm really quite far in. I'm 266 pages in, not that far to go. So I'm going to race through this probably tomorrow and finish it. But I'm really liking it. It's very atmospheric, and it's very it's weird because in Penzance, the house she goes to, the grandmother who's passed away, this house is in the middle of nowhere, and it's there's no central heating, and it's very kind of back in the day, and it feels like you're going into one of those houses in like a Jane Austen novel or something. It does have a gothic nature to it, which I'm really enjoying, really enjoying. And I love a diary entry in a novel. I don't know why I do so much, but I really do. And there are diary entries in this novel from Harriet Mum, and they are some of my favourite passages. That I really like them, really like them, and I recommend this so far. When I find out what happens, I'll tell you what I think. I will. And the other thing that I am listening to on audiobook at the moment is I'm revisiting the Book of Dust Volume 1, La Belle Sauvage by Philip Pullman. So this on Audible is read by Michael Sheen, fellow Welsh person, actor, and actually I put off getting this book on Audible for a little while because I don't know whether I love Michael Sheen. I think he's alright, but he's not someone who I was jumping for joy about the fact that he was reading this book. I read the book last year and I loved the book, and I've wanted to reread it, ready for volume 2. And I was watching Lauren's latest video over on her channel, Lauren on the Books, I'll link below, and she mentioned that she's listening to it, and I was like, you know, I've got that, and I thought I haven't given it a chance. I thought I'll try it, and I listened to 2 chapters really quickly, because I often have to kind of snatch time to listen to audiobooks here and there. I don't really commit to a long period of time of listening, and I listened to him, and I'm completely sold. I love it. He's an actor, of course he's an actor, and he's able to play the parts, which sounds like an absolutely ridiculous thing to say, but he's putting on accents, he's changing the way he says sentences, and it's very believable. It's just very believable that he's playing all these characters, and I love that the nuns are Irish, and I love Malcolm's voice, and I'm just sold, completely sold by Michael Sheen reading it, and actually I will be happily getting the second volume but read by him when it comes out too. And I'm really enjoying that. I'm only about 3 chapters in. I'm going to kind of drip read that and ready for October when volume 2 comes out, which I'm so excited about. If you don't know what the Book of Dust is about, it's about Malcolm, who lives in Oxford, and it's a sort of precursor to his Dark Materials trilogy. And if you follow this channel, you'll know what this book's about. I've been talking about it non-stop for a year, basically. And if you haven't read his Dark Materials or the Book of Dust, I implore you to go do so, because it is fab. It is fab. And I'm just really enjoying myself. I love being around demons and being back in Oxford. So guys, those are the books that I'm currently reading / listening to on Audible. Have you read them? Did you enjoy them? And I hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading this month. And I'll check back in with you very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. I think it's thinking of this. It's not a video. It's warm. It's warm. It just tastes like batter and salt. Yeah. It doesn't taste of anything really. Really like one M. You need to try one M. Like baked.
Where are we tonight?
Pub.
Why are we at the pub? How old is Mum today? Tomorrow. 32.
Oh yeah, we tried that.
How old is Bumper this week?
67.
Alright. I don't know either. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know either. We'll go with 67. I guess. You've had a good day?
Yes.
Are you enjoying your summer holidays?
Well, I've been to the cinema.
What'd you go see?
Lion King.
What would you like, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, you've seen it twice?
Yeah.
What's the best bit?
No good?
I don't know. I think so.
Is there singing in it? Like all the singing from like the other one?
Yeah.
Is it good? So like, you've seen the cartoon, didn't you? Which one's better?
Yeah.
Yeah. The cartoon or the real life one?
Real life one is better.
Okay. Good boy.
Probably like between like half.
Pullman. 1, 2, 3. Hey!